let's please keep your audience. Oh boy, okay. And give your audience a spoiler warning before shutting commentary from beyond light. Simply type it. Crosshair. Background. Motion blur? Nope. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum. Has mouse and controller controls. We will see. Alright, apply. Let's get out of here. Oh, that's great. Alright. It, broke the music. I think I'm just gonna revert the... because it messed with the stream window for some reason. Alright. Let's go. Three people over 4 years. With multiple ending. Okay.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Dainty woman hands. I'm pasty.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Oh, I see. I have stats. %25 faster when sprinting. I like fast.
Really? You know what? Don't answer that. I don't think I want to know. Look, you've just been through a trauma, so I'm gonna forget you said that. But you owe me, and I need a favor.
Uh-huh.
There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped, or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting.
Having an affair in the ruins?
What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know? Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Wow.
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay.
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
Sure.
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Your name?
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
That's a shame.
You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
I wanted to believe it wasn't because of the meme.
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Yeah, that's
You really
too
don't
much.
remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
We're near Rome.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al? Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Notebook. Flashlight. Quid pro quo. Alright, we got some columns. Roll wheel up to raise your flashlight? Excuse me? Just one tick. Shiver me tibers. There's a jump. Why is there a jump? What am I gonna be doing? I mean, there was an option that gave me a gun, so some degree of silly. The mouse sensitivity for interact is maybe a little high. Al's note.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription.
That's it. I died.
Inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation.
Okay.
Or a warning. Al Worth.
I can't translate it yet. I'm too stupid. I did not choose the smart person option. I chose the run fast option. statue is looking at the pot, or me, or both. Yeah, it looks at me when I'm looking away from it. That's, you know, mildly frightening. You guys are a little nuts. Is that not, do you hear me? I am not a Latin scholar, but I mean, I know the roots. If only I could read Latin. Pro peccare unius multis dolabant? Okay. For something, one, many, something. Still can't read? You did this to me! You did this to me! I think the mouse sensitivity is just a little high. That feels a little better to me. Walk into doors to open them. My fault you didn't pick the smart option. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the statues are probably, at least some of them, are people. Quick save. How often am I going to be quick saving? Okay, I do have to save on occasion. So, bonk. Wearing modern clothing, this must be how possible. Read the stone tablet.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. Find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
And then I turned the game off, and that's it. That's the end of that series. Whee! Alright, it's a little bit stuttery, and I'm just gonna, like, we're just gonna do this and make sure that the overall experience is smooth.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Well, I was wondering why you're speaking English.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there, changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again, who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine? Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming? Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today,
Super's
drinks at
covering
my bar for
subtitles.
free to...
Let's see if I can move him a little bit. Oh, that's on me. I did that. Just you don't need these. I should have closed the preview first. Boy, that is just... Well, you know what I need to be doing is I need to not do it in full screen. That's part of it. Settings. All right. Well, now I need my full. Now it won't increase in size. Please? Alright, I'm just gonna have to... There you go, game. I don't know why you're being dumb.
Night.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind.
Oh, now I need to resize? Man! You were right. Man, it would be nice if everything just worked the first time.
She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Alright. Game's quiet.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name, to match a curious accent. But I digress. Something about your demeanor gives me the urge to caution you against doing anything, shall we say, unlawful while you're here. Is that understood? Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking
That
the
was in the
law
entryway.
here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment, like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away. An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper as Rome has for centuries. I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Okay.
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her. Indeed. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
I haven't turned it up yet.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please.
Technically, I don't know which period of Rome he's from.
What did you see? What
I haven't turned it up yet, though. I'm waiting for the end of this because I can't pause
city?
here.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Okay.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule? Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city. Talk to everyone. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'm gonna presume that I cannot just... Okay, I can look at his. Thank you for making me your daughter and an only birthday present. Cynthia is my sister. It has pages, it does not have pages. Okay, so there's a couple of relationships, and they all have Cent in their name, because of course they do. Alright, so let's get that volume for you. Just get a little bit more. Okay, well, voice is probably the most important. So just do that there.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it. Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs.
Thank you,
Now,
eyebrow
remind me,
raised girl.
Why are we having this conversation? You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch? Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving. I suppose we will.
Well, we know it's real.
Ugh, what is it with you people? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? It was 3 weeks ago. We ate
Hi,
our
SBL.
evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity
Now she's
a
raised the other
secret,
eyebrow.
even from me. Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans. That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her, so he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city. Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he said. So... Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Thanks. All right.
Alright, well, kind of wander over at the end-ish. We have a kitchen. The carrots are purple because they predate orange carrots. Yes, thank you. Alright, diary.
Leave before I call Horatius.
Oh. Sorry. I found a way to escape and I must take it. Alright, so we're just going to be able to examine many things. Very cool. I like spinning things around. Search the chest. Oh. Okay, well, if I need money, I can steal things, I guess. There's a bunch of statues of golden people for a supposed no crime ever, nobody has ever been done this, had this happen to them town.
Citizen? Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation? Ask then.
Oh, this is the guy. I'm sorry.
Good.
This is the wrong guy.
Thank you.
He was standing there and I presumed it was Horatius, but this is
Keep an eye out for
Horatius.
Scintilla, would you? What now? I'm a legionary of the First Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labour does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit. He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words.
Good stoic.
Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that. I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength.
Alright, we get it. You like Seneca.
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Relia, commoner. Reading mode. Okay, yeah. Claims to know a way out. Tavern keeper in the slum. Claudia. Malleolus. Decius. Domitius. Jesus, this is... Okay, hang on. Domitius. Duilius. Equitia. Fabia. Galerius. Georgius. Of course it's alphabetized. It's very easy to alphabetize a list on a scroll. You never have to, you know, rearrange it. Hannibal. Notes. Died in cistern. Kabash. Class foreigner. Disappeared. So, Hannibal, Kabash, and Scintilla are the ones that are missing. Hairdresser now refuses to work. Malleolus duty money lending. Is he a Jew? Please, don't let him be a Jew. Maybe Tavia. If they're supposed to be first century Rome, it might be too early for that to be a Jewish stereotype. We'll Is debt bondsman to Malleolus. And Virgil, architect.
Of course. What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her. Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose.
Okay.
Fine. Alright.
I'm sure if I bluff when I don't know things, it will horribly ruin things. Yeah, the golden statue people can speak, sort of.
What were you two talking about?
He was running away.
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him? What else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it? Good, then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murdae foreigners interfering in an election. Can't hurt. The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Through.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... Nah. I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. Dunno. Bribe? That's such an ugly word. Just make... Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back. If you know what I mean.
Haha.
Whatever.
Sentius and Malleolus, same excrement, different smell. Very good. Alright, so up here.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Who are
A
you?
new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?" The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily... Let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Got it.
You really don't know? You are from far away, aren't you? Well, I am one of the priestesses, charged with keeping the sacred flame in Rome's shrine of Vesta burning. I take it you know who Vesta is?
I'll take the
Vesta
reminder.
is the mother goddess of
Okay.
hearth and home, and the guardian of the Roman people. You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here? Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you? Older. I see. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be... Have you spoken with any of the others? I really think you should. Good. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too. Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community. She was always so chatty. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help. But she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that I just... Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any pattern. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military... But here, I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses.
Ovid.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, I'm here forever.
It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life. They go from door to door, asking for until finally they come to the little cottage. They invite these strangers into their house. They begin gulping down the old couple, and then she notices something strange. Says to her husband, Philemon, I think these men are gods in disguise. And the vagrants metamorphosize and they confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just, you have passed our test. But everyone else, so old Baucis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely.
Okay, this is the story I thought it was.
Which is, meanwhile, Jupiter carries... Some say the moral of that story is that we must all... But I like to think... I'm pleased to... Come back to me.
There's these provocative answers of, yeah, let me just, you know... Yeah, this is the medieval stuff. This is just, you know, like, no, I disagree with you. Your thing sounds stupid. It's like, that's not going to get me anything useful.
Better watch your step. Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. Same way as everyone else.
Came up the river?
Because we're all in grave danger. If you were... None of your business. In Troiti ipsam commensula.
Yep.
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. If we... I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that... I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. While we're one bad decision away. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's
like
coming.
The last group of people. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. But... Of course... Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even put... No. What else?
Might be useful to keep a list of people's stated allegiances on these. Let's see if I have some room on some notes. So, right, so the Sentius gang is gonna be most likely himself. I haven't asked Sentia, but presumed. And probably Horatius. I should put an asterisk on the ones I have not actually asked. Malleolus is going to be himself. Who was that guy? Rufus Veducius. Inventory. Citizen register. Reading mode. He was R. Rufius. And then, of course, our goofy push-up man, Domitius. So we have... I don't know what Equitia is interested in. Alright. So the Golds are the previous people who lived here and failed a test. And I guess somebody got here and then decided that they needed to be arranged somewhere.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
Oh, there's a space for notes? Oh.
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall, but there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out. Oh no. There was one other person, but that was Nevia. And, anything about... I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked, and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew, so I waited for the right time to take what was mine. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was... It's all right. Say what you will and what... Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician. But she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. This changes everything. The last time I saw her, The last time any of us, and then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something, but I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a
I have not been
problem.
saving. I should
real
save after
thorn
this
in the
conversation.
paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain. I really shouldn't say. He's become so irritable that the smallest thing said, I just know Nevia would know how to treat him. Thanks, I suppose. Sure. Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody... Hemlock, I believe. I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus' villa. Gladly. Well, come back.
Alright, let's do a normal save. So this is... Let me write a save. Medical tools. They're barbaric. Yeah. You seem to mostly have things. It's Apollo's junk.
May Apollo keep you safe.
They can't be barbaric, they're Roman. Boy. Every... Yes. Yes. Alright, whatever. The marketplace. Somebody is already labeled a sinner.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment.
Okay.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death.
Are you Slavic?
I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Anyway. Every civ calls everybody else barbarians, so... Huh?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility.
Noviomagus.
The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. The strange thing is, I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. If I had to guess... Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I'm glad you arrived when you did. Someone who lives or works in the Forum, but if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision. My vote isn't for... Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about... Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering.
Yes, we know.
It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake. And... Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just... please. You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. So we're all left wondering, unless somebody figured... Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? If only there was a way we could talk... Of course. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you, which means one of two things. And I'm pretty sure. Good. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems...
Shifty eyes.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. It's best if I say no more, but... Nice to...
Fire shovel. Yeah. So he's a in this place. They may not see you, but I want you to know I see you. Okay. He's like a smith mason. The toilets? Whoever defecated here needs to see a doctor. Is Theophilus one of our current persons? No. Well, that would be funnier. Okay. Still have a flashlight. I could try shining the light on the statues. Many things to look for right now. Of course it wouldn't be that simple. It'd be too much. too easy. That's fair. Dude, keep the note up for... Yeah. Has multiple endings, and it seems like there's an option, let's see if she turned all the way around, to potentially try to escape individually, and also to solve the stinking mystery. Ares! Arrows? Alright. This is Rufius. I need to go down to the slums and meet more people. Monet! Not claimed by anyone. Wait, did her pose change? Or did I just miss her arm earlier? Hi, you have very fine hair for being gold. She's not responsive to me. Yeah, I agree. I just, you know, we can't interact right now. Yo, it's my boy Sisyphus. Alright. Got some heather in the grass. Secret tunnel. Alright. Find a creative way. Well, I can set the door on fire. Probably reinforced. Alright, it's being really inconsistent about am I allowed to climb or not. Oh, people!
I hope you're taking care of yourself. Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Sure.
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed, but long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has it... Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, we were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, a scuffle broke out and I was pushed overboard. I woke up by the river. Oh, that's all right.
All part of God's plan.
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
Uh-huh. Christians. Octavia.
If you like. I'm afraid not. Although, I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all... I hope it works. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves, and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then... But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth. And that's where I get stuck. If that's true, then sooner or later...
Oh, there's gonna be some intervention, alright. It's me! It might be worth proving this.
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year. And oh, thank you. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
It's kind of funny, like, on paper?
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Like...
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
I mean, this is a video game, so I would kick you.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. That was not your fault. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Alright, so... Let's see, hang on. Yeah, I cannot write notes here. So, Malleolus had as employees Octavia, who dislikes, Domitius, who likes, and then Ulpius, who died. Little skull. With X eyes. Alright, 21 people now. The Great Temple Door is... Yeah, you will try to help me. You will... Whatever. No fall damage for, 3 to 4 feet. rope to there. The heck is... Oh, hello. Oh no, you're kidding me. Now what have I done? Accidental parkour! This put me back in the slums-ish? Thereabouts. Oh, I can take damage! And from falling! Well, isn't that delightful? What great discoveries we've made. Well, I'm making money. Don't forget the flashlight. Whee! So this just goes to where I was. Okay. The stream can't see when I'm in the dark. Alright. If I must. Alright, we're back in the... I'm profaning the temple again. This is where I started. Well, I need a way to traverse a rope, apparently. I have witchcraft as far as you're concerned. Wade against the current.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls.
But it does not notice the crowds that come. You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the Forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. The bloodless...
I'm gonna probe. Okay.
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal you. Help me, it is better for you. The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment. The newly arrived are...
Someone looked hard at a prototype zipline. That's great. Galerius. Okay. A poem by Galerius. Alright, good to know. No, I'm not stealing at this time.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold graying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
He watches through their eyes.
You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Just a cavern. For no reason. Little maze-like in here, not gonna lie. Crazy dark when it's dark. Goose! A bunch of goose eggs laid by the city's goose. Wow. He watches through their eyes. Golden statue eyes? Yeah, I'm never fully aware of how color and brightness comes through on stream. Because the game, the screen I play on is HDR, and the one that I have OBS up on, which is my preview, is not. Which is fruit. It's peach. It's peach. What an interesting thing here. We have a breath gauge. It's pretty lenient. This is a couple times now that we've seen some fireflies. Or glowing butterflies. Gotcha. Alright, I would like to see Galerius. I would like to follow up about a zipline. Where? He said the farm is... There he is.
Salve!
Stop!
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? Well, it's a long one, and kind of sad. I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top pat. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, but by the time I got back, he was... My mother died of a broken heart soon after. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find out. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that, but there were more of them. My home was reduced to ash. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, I spent a few years working for my new master. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always could probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. Everybody was running down toward the rivers. I got swept. Next thing I knew, some...
Alright, so everybody...
That's what I finally had my own...
Everybody came in via the river.
The Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll... So, it turns out our dear old... But don't you worry. Nemesis is waiting. Forget I said that last...
Sure. Sure, lie.
Thanks, friend. Anyway, that's enough of me. Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, but Scintilla, Sentius' daughter, if anyone knows for sure, it'll... Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, but I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good. I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me? All right.
Alright. I mean, you could theoretically vote for a different person. Yeah, you say no? Not allowed? The door opens, it's just you. I note that the statue people seem to follow some archetypes, so that's like girl 1. Oh, he didn't... Yeah, we didn't talk about the zipline at all. It wasn't an option. Alright.
Ixion turns.
Model arena. Okay. Key to the chest in the Shrine of Apollo. Alright. Livia's chest. No, I'm not taking people's money yet. Is it possible that I can get you to turn in such a way that you drop the vase? I think no. Lararium. Is this... Yeah, okay. So, you know, Lucretia, not a Christian. These slums kinda suck. You know.
Ixion turns.
Oh. Patrons.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
Well.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. And I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, there's something dangerous about you. Ugh, come in. I take back what I said.
Ha!
Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do
Smooth
business.
talker, get rejected by Aurelia.
So, what brings you... Ugh, let it go. You know, normally... I guess that went right over. As a matter, I'm happy to tell you all about it. So... Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. If I took your money without giving you what I promised... What? Well, perhaps you could... Certainly. Have you met Livia? Now, she just stands around, caked in... Whatever you... I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. All right.
Alright, she's not particularly helpful, at least not now. I almost have enough money to do some.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we? Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget. You mean, how did I end? All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl pretty up all the way down to the river. I'm elbowing for a stampede of people turning, but to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I stop. No, too heavy. The cart or the girl. Of course I chose the cart. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening, and in one swift motion she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. When I came to, I'd washed up...
That's funny.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out, look around you, there must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. I don't, I'm afraid. But she was headed to the... Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What
Yeah, I
hope is he
figured.
ever protecting us? Certainly.
Surely it's not just rig an election.
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much... Of course, I have an idea for generating real... I've scoured this city from top to bottom. Oh, well... Thank you. Very well.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Alright, I think I haven't gone upstairs yet.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
I love
Still
your
no sign of
clothes.
Scintilla.
So
And I haven't slept right in 3
exotic.
weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
You
From what
stay
I
away
hear,
from my
nobody
money.
saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Handsome. Unless you want me to success.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Get out.
Galerius?
Horatius? Looking
She-
a bit troubled there.
She wants me to leave now.
Sign of Scintilla.
Alright.
I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us.
What if there is something
She's still watching me.
What if she's out there somewhere?
I looked in her room. I didn't take anything. Probably the last bottle of wine in the city. Might be a good way to get in the good graces of one or more people. Here, Tetios offers his innards to be torn. Structure the cousin's husband's fetch again with incessant labor the water they have lost. It seems to imply that there's a closed loop going on here. If the thread is that there's this, you know, the bloodless damned, then I would suggest like the people that, like, you know, people died in the river and ended up here, in which case I might be dead. Is there a crouch button? There we go. If only they could support my weight. Brother. Don't suppose I have a map proper. I would like to mark a spot. Why is there so much in here? A locked door with a person. Ichthys. Fish. Alright, I mean, that looks like Octavia. Lock the door. One person uses the shrine at a time so nobody sells anybody out, or they don't all get discovered at once. My goodness, how many places are there here? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna keep going up here for a second. Oh, did not mean to put that away. Monet! The Myth of the Golden Roll by Durissus the Younger. Sword of Damocles we live under is, I believe, merely a deception. I shall prove it to you. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. As I strike one of you with my fist, who is struck? Drinking. A fountain. Ulpius loves Scintilla, corrected to Ulpius killed Scintilla. Uh-huh. Unclear. It's girl. I once again see girl. And identical girl across the way. Alright, nothing to be gained by walking into the curtain. This goes down to that pathway to the slums. Alright, so keep going. What is around? Cheeky little path. Where am I now? Back in the forum? Hi. I have a key to a chest. Or, wait, hang on. Key to the chest in the Shrine of Apollo. Treatment notes: flatulence, rhubarb, unknown. DNA, Corza, rheumatism, willow bark.
Feeling all right? You made it into the palace. Oh, I see. Well, what's the treatment? Willowback. I should have known. It was, and I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some?
I'm gonna presume.
Thank you.
I'm gonna presume.
All right.
That he is still at the tavern. Or otherwise going between here and there. Seems like people are returning to task. Is she gonna be mad at me still? Let's see, was it up here? No. No, I am a fool. This is, I gotta keep going. Dun, 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 dun.
Ixion
Horatius?
turns.
Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I
Finally,
hear,
some
nobody
relief.
saw it coming.
Anyway,
Anyway, I thought you still
He said God.
supposed
A lot
to worry
of
about
pain
things you can't
lately.
control.
Yeah, but
Rheumatism.
I keep thinking.
Cut. It
What
was
if
too
there is
much.
something I can do?
Started.
What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing
No,
yourself.
I don't.
Leave that for the gods.
I did hear.
Try to relax.
So
Get
you-
some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
They are just looping that
suppose you're
conversation. She's still over there. Is she gonna follow me now? No? Okay. Ooh, have I been up here? What's up here? The only things in here are gold people. There's no note from Kabash. Recurring dreams about a stranger named Kirky. Told Lucretia. Dun, 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 dun. Who is Curty? I don't know. It'd be funny if somebody dreamed about me. You're a big boy. No, I'm not taking his. This is your final warning, sinner. Well, he owes me one, so... Yes, technically I failed. Asking somebody else about things.
Galerius?
Horatius?
Hey, man.
Looking a bit troubled there.
Still
No
no sign
idea.
of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on
The
yourself.
rheumatism.
From what I hear,
I know.
nobody saw
That's
it coming.
not an
Anyway,
excuse.
I thought you
for how
stoics
I-
weren't
And I
supposed
know
to worry about
I'll leave
things
him
you
alone
can't
from
control.
now on.
Yeah,
I'm going to go.
I keep thinking. What if there is something I can do?
Sounds great.
What if she's out there somewhere suffering?
All
waiting
right.
To be found?
Sounds like you're
So that's useful. I mean, it's primarily useful if Virgil himself can also give us additional information. Which may or may not be true. This one's locked. He's in the next one. This is not that one, but also I didn't come in this one before. George's chest. Not a person I've met. I find it funny that there's just statues in everybody's houses. Like, obviously they're gold, so they are heavy, but like... It appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it. Sounds great. A generous pinch of yeast. It's almost like... Okay, so like... When I don't know if anybody here's played Kingdom Come Deliverance. In a lot of games, you know, you're like, okay, go smithing, and you go through a menu, and then it smiths, and you're like, okay, done. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, you actually have to do it. So, like, you can't do alchemy until you can read. Well, so I guess some of the recipes are, like, pictorial. But, yeah. Bust of Minerva. I can examine everything, but nothing has had anything in particular that has suggested that it would be... like, that there's any profit in that. Eventually it will matter. By that time, the game might have taught me not to bother. Oh, not home. I don't particularly want to wait for him. I think I went up this way last time. Let's make sure we have seen. That's Decius. That's a cage.
Hello? Hello?
I last saved a while ago. Hang on.
Bye-bye. Hello. My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and I don't know. I don't remember things so good. Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Yes. They said I have to live here now.
To Duilius. Dooley. Your incorrigible antisocial behavior rising from your session with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight, the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. This treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited lest you break the golden rule. It's my hope this letter will assist you to remember why you were incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say? My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said, if anything, he gave me this key. All I remember is he said something about the sister. Now nobody looks after me. Hannibal Galerius already tried that. Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll. If you help make him magistrate, Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it... Gold? My friend Hannibal, he said he...
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Well, this is supposed to be the day of the election, and it seems like time is passing. People are going about their business. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm gonna get Galerius elected. Are they gonna go to this place up here? This place? This place is election place? The forum? Well, the forum is over here. Oh, I didn't actually go.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule. None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all. You'll just... I have to... What?
So he's in the baths? He's in the baths? That's not the baths? I mean, it is the baths. It's a toilet. I am...
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Is it possible to close the door to the shrine? I hope so.
Curse you, cultist.
Oh, I died too. I died. I was too close. You didn't get to see that because it was dark?
Stop. Thank you.
Okay, but if he gets crushed and dies, I need to get the bow. Hello, I have a mystical torch.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Execution of a cultist named Quinctius. And he has $1 on him. Find Quinctius. Man with one blue eye and one green eye. Yeah, that'll be a thing. The first time he cursed about a cultist, so it, Greek statue. Do we have a Greek resident? I mean, obviously there's a lead for it. I have killer batteries on this. A liar. Another liar. I could fall in the water here, it looks like. But I guess that's the lower cistern. the heck?
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
True. Are you the Greek?
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name? It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here? Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ah, well, I failed. Ditzing around too much, not paying attention to the important stuff. Run to what? It's probably not. Let's see. Like there's a real timer. Certain things have to happen, but you know, it's not always clear. All right, loop through time. I almost died.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and... I don't think so. I've never... Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink that? Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry...
I see. So it does...
Just
there's...
attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake.
Okay.
I haven't quite summoned it, but don't worry.
I presume...
Oh. Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in. Poor guy. My uncle was a victim. I'll go.
Okay, got it. Understood.
A new face. Oh. Interesting. Yes, I understand many of our friends were What else? That's true. What else? Yes, I suppose it's as I feared. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest? And did you happen to catch her name? I see. And was this Karen, by any chance wearing a hood?
Charon.
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. What? Please, go and...
Well, I presume that Galerius is about to deal with that. So I don't have to worry.
Is proof of a
Hey,
degenerate mind.
Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today? If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with it?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
Equitius. Right? Well, she lives in a nice little place.
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
You gonna go do the thing now?
Salve again for... How is it possible that you've just... Oh, come on. I just did as you... You're a bit like Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a Greek king a long
Yeah,
time
I'm
ago.
interested in solving the puzzle.
Daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment, forcing him to start... Oh, actually, now that I think about it, there are... Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But anyway, I don't know which... So, I'll tell you what. Oh, now, I'm going to keep your secret. Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you... I saw you... Anyway, I'm sorry to... Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the... Do you think you could use... Thank you. It would help me a lot. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a... But from what I hear, Malleolus has the... Maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about... And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time loop, haven't you? Well, in that case, we need to find a way
I
to
didn't
make
actually
sure
see it.
Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate...
All right.
All right, friend.
If you can... If Malleolus drops out, he'll nominate himself. The game definitely expected me to watch the election. But, you know.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the... And never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Then you are an explorer. We will have much time here to get to know one another. My story? How kind of you to ask. A good question. A very good question. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares. I rented a prestigious villa by the... And we began making our way through some of the most exquisite... Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. This time, I remember people screaming. Then, when I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber. Indeed. I'm lucky I was... In any case, it seems I went to find firewood for his campfire. You mean to say, with all that... I'll tell you, it is I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality. Anything... That, my friend, is quite the delay. I do not... Nothing. I hope...
So I need to find a way to get to Malleolus.
Ah, and you... You went... Have you... I would talk to him myself. Nice to...
So, like, she did. Did I keep my money? I did keep the money. Does that mean if I time loop I could get more money? Who are... Oh, you're Decius.
You there! I'm sorry to trouble. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from... But, tell me, do you have any idea how... And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly, 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible. I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek with the ability to transmute organic. Use your imagination, golden animal, and even if we were to split all the... Look, I might have skimmed over... Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands? Now, I have a plan.
Of Diana.
Good. Then Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow, and it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana. And would you like to guess what? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it. Oh, gods, no. If you no, here's what I propose. You enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, but make no mistake, this is a danger where, in my experience, all the best adventures begin now. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods, I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're... Because the gods would... So...
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I mean, we've got to see the thing, right?
Wonderful. Now, if you... This is a... And here we are.
I mean, I have to figure out how to rig the election as a...
Now, I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can. It's just at the end of the street on the left.
Okay, I guess I can just do this now. If I succeed, I have a golden bow forever. It's just at the end of the street on the left. Which end of the street? This way? I did not actually see a Diana earlier. I need a map. Is it this one? This is a Greek statue, so it's a Greek woman, not a Roman woman. Enter the Shrine of Diana. Where'd the boy go?
Whatever's in that great temple. Ah. Very well.
He just told me to get in the shrine, and then he said go up and to the left. I think I... Now I wish I'd quick saved before the conversation, because I think I just barely missed the directions. Let me see something. So, like, I just saved here. This is probably the end of that conversation. I didn't go through the door. Well, yeah! They said the dude was in the bath. Alright, sure. True. Well. I feel retarded. Yeah. Da 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 da.
I take it, follow, but don't follow too closely.
Who is? Oh, Fabia. She looks busy. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely gotta do that.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood.
Yes.
Look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Charon. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But, on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
We're all dead.
So, it's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in. That was my first thought too. But it was also possible for the living to... Good question, but that never made any sense to me. In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why... Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting each of them is slightly different, but they always involved the... It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross. That's why it was once our custom to bury... Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin. To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described. And he, she, they... You say you saw... And I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti. And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kamut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a... I suspect the only way... No, I'm... Now that we know where we are, we don't have much to go on. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have two options. All Romans try to avoid saying it. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish. Shh. That option would be the boldest, but also, as I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld. I'll admit, you do seem different to anyone I've ever... So, who knows? But first, you'd need an audience with... The problem is, the door has been... I suspect the answer lies in the desert. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, if you could recover and... It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides. You'll find them all over Rome. However, this one is unusual. That means you'll need to recover. Good question. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, and there's only one group of people. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one. They've been known to start fires. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine. I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search. Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling... I'm afraid you're on your own with that. As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a... First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage. If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels? Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say? Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out? That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that. Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate. Let me know if you find anything in there. It's a reasonable question, and even if you could build a ladder big... All right. I would... As for Livia, it seems she... In any case, may Fortuna...
Alright. And then, of course, I'm gonna run faster than her because we shouldn't be seen together. Okay. Wow. Man, that load is just atrocious. So, what is it? I just don't... Let's see, this is the temple up here. This is a temple. Yep, walk through some fire, because I felt like dying a little bit inside. And outside. This does not have a back. So is this, is there money here again? There sure is. This means that hypothetically I could just, you know, die on purpose and, or I guess not die, loop on purpose. So is there like, is there something under the rock? I need to figure out how to move the rock. Alright. This is the big...
Salve, friend. Welcome. All right.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No.
Oh no. No. Orpheus, what are you...
That's...
What?
Why do I'm sorry.
Please, help.
You... Well, you don't understand. It's too late for that. If I backed out now, I'd... No, I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Orpheus, no!
Alright, need a little bit more information before that works.
I'll have... and I...
Alright, well we don't need to do all that again. We can zip line. Okay, where is... I can zip line this way too, right? Where was that one? It's over here. Whee! Alright, we got a couple leads. Oh, there's a zipline there too. Can I get up there? No. Alright. Alright, boy.
Salve. Oh.
Yes.
Very well.
Enter the Shrine of Diana. If only I had not gotten just a half picture. Oh, there we go. Extinguish the braziers. Okay. What? How? Oh. Oh. No. Can't set my arrow on fire? Okay. Alright. Somehow this does not work. There's no interaction. There is no... I can't move things to get... Oh. Oh. Hmm. Yes. I have it out. Please. Please. There's a stinking... There's a stinking... Swap out for the real one. Yes, I am trying. I'm just gonna shoot it down. That doesn't work either. Will you please? I apparently cannot. Okay, that works. I found a thing. Oh, I'm gonna presume that the, I guess the thing was probably closed, yeah? I didn't even try the door. Oops! Okay. Yeah, that was pretty annoying. I know what the butterflies are now. They're where I'm supposed to... Or maybe where I can? Turn things to gold? Honestly? That was a pretty profitable first loop if I got this. This seems like it's going to be a very important tool.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That's when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
I'm in the palace now. The doors are barred. Peeled statue. I guess this is the promised action sequence. Ah, they have armor plates. That's concerning. Monet. Garden. Palace garden.
You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, that's it. She's trying to save them. Okay, maybe they don't. Maybe they just take 2 arrows. Alright, I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, but... we got some... chest! Hole! I think I should go to her first. Oh, can't go through that door. Alright, well, going in the hole anyways. Hey man, don't you want to learn things about the election? Apparently not. Oh, it propagates. Wow. Yeah, I think it takes 2 arrows for these, for reasons. Oh, the engoldening wore off, I guess. Or maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Do I have enough arrows? I see. Because if I can stand on it, and it's a platform. Oh. I told the game I didn't need a reticle. Oh. Oh my goodness. Kick. Kick recklessly. Come up the back way? Yeah, whatever. Well, maybe... can I? Okay, yeah. It's funny that it shows the reticle when I'm crouching.
Thank you.
Where am I? I'm still in the palace here. Well, I guess I will keep my my bow out.
Me? Me?
Shouldn't have dropped. Shouldn't have dropped. I think that worked. Yeah. Gildan zombies. Key to the palace doors. Well, I will never have to do that again.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned forest, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its excellent, ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with the beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead.
I'm sorry?
Barred the doors to this place and set to work.
I'm sorry? Hello? Alright, it just didn't want me to progress. Oh. Gotta wait for it to finish, I guess. I don't know if this... I don't have to do this. Oh, never mind, I fell. Well, now I'm stupid. I'm wasting time! The election's going on! Probably at some point. Where's the stinking hole? Alright, I'm just gonna stick to the wall this time. Alright, that looked very stupid, but it was functional. Okay. There's a few too many of you right now.
Kill me. Kill me.
A vase. They won't let me kick that. Kicking is only for people statues. Boo! If only I'd been a little bit quicker. Whatever. You are a people statue. Go to sleep. Well, certainly getting my money out of this. It's a profitable venture. Can you shut the curtains? Like these curtains? I think I missed if you're talking to curtains. Eh. I'll keep an eye out for the future ones. Ah, that covered the doorway, so they would just be enclosed. Previous soldier. A scroll?
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan.
Oh yeah.
My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, is living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their sufferings at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my first for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flaming and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place. And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that. And do you think I care about that? You think you can bring me down? What? Liar. Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if I imagine it would help. But if you're lying to me, I'll You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, I fear the only one capable of releasing. In any case, here's the key I promised you. Now, please leave. Go.
A chest? Okay, so you could get a key if you kill her as well. Yeah, we could get a third copy of that key. Yeah, it doesn't in fact say that there are two. Real quick. No, there's nothing special about these coins. But I also had a coin at one point. That I guess doesn't count. Alright. Survive the palace. I sure did. Hey, man.
Hello there, partner. You see, my plan was to give you a little fright. You know, like two friends joking around.
I've not gotten the flower. We gotta get the flower before we forget about it.
The door, but when I opened it, partner, I swear, this is fine. Very well.
Actually, hang on.
Hello there. Well, I'll take your word for it. Now you're Oh, that's a little excessive. All right. Well. Here's now. What? I can't take that golden... You promised to tell me... What is this?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Well, probably ruin that other thing, right? Because he's not gonna be willing to sell me the other stuff. Because yeah, that's what the time loop's for.
Citizen.
All right, let's get the flower.
Salve.
So this one? No, this one's going down. Like, I'm at the bottom end. Where's the one? I'm gonna be at the bottom of one here. Right, oop! Oh! Where did it save last? Presumably after exiting the temple.
Go. And...
Yeah. They're not quite exiting. Well, that's probably good, because... Oh my goodness, please.
What? Are you still here?
Yeah. I want to get the silphium resin off of him first. Hey, Stink.
Oh, you see, but when I... Certainly. Oh. Pleasure doing business. Very well.
I think that girl's dead. Yeah, now we fleece him after we come out.
In here? What? You'll hopefully in a... That was extraordinary. Ah, look. That was like you just saved a person's life. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned in the meantime. That's...
I think she's gonna tell us that she also committed suicide. But, Alright, where's Stink?
Whatever's in that great temple up there. Hello there.
Oh, dang it. Did that wrong.
Very well.
Clicked the wrong thing. Whatever. He will... Well, it said it might take her a bit. Oh my goodness. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Oh, there she goes.
Oh, it's you. Was there something... As much as I'm grateful that you tried... The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. Please. Persistent as... All right. I'd been here about a week. When it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for... So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. She was supposed to be my friend, so she suggested I take... I'm not proud of it, but... I had to sign an agreement. Say I paid Aurelia. And she... Hemlock. Drink this, she said. And she pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without... In fact, he just... Of course, I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was... I thought about resisting too. He locked me in his villa. Confiscated his wife, Claudia, was just as bad. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor. Those two took everything from my hem. I just wanted it to be over. I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings. When I've recovered, I expect their only this time, honestly, I doubt it. At least until someone breaks... A lot. But he's in exactly the same position as I am. He's probably already... If so, I'd never... Not as sorry.
Oh my goodness, I was gonna say... I was gonna click the upper one.
You mean my life story? Our father found good. It was a good life. For a... We must have... But they fell on deaf ears. I remember diving into the river and then... Thank... If that's your...
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Say the wrong thing and they're just done with you. Do I still have some in my inventory of the stuff? I do. So, it's that flower, yes? just ride that again, drop off, and die? But there's also that branch down there. Kick the statue. Kick the statue. Kick the statue. Come on. Like, that's clearly the only type, zip line. Don't miss. Ah! Very, very early. So, like... I see this guy. It doesn't matter, though. Do a flip. I think we've pretty much abandoned the, get Galerius to run for this loop. I mean, it's not entirely clear how much time we have left. Late! I didn't even get hurt. Gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna show up at the next time loop, and it'll be like, Galerius, here's a flower you wanted. And he's like, I can see the flower I wanted. What do you mean? Oh my goodness, please. Okay, screw you, game. Yeah, that's what I mean. I have to figure out how to get Malleolus to drop out, which probably involves a scandal, which probably involves both people he swindled being alive, and probably something else as well. And what the? Oh, speedrun tech. I mean, there's gotta be elements to it, right? Like, I have to find a way to put public pressure on him, or find a way to disgrace him, or something. I imagine that one of, and probably the easiest, most viable, okay, is to have both of the suicides alive and able to confront him in some way. But if Galerius is going to run around town and doing all my dirty work at the beginning of each day, then, I mean, it shouldn't be too bad on a future... Please! Oh my goodness, it takes... It's so short, and yet... But so, So, Outer Wilds requires you to get all of the solutions... Oh my goodness, it's so short. In one loop. And since our inventory is persistent, we very clearly don't have that situation here. So, I can find... Right, like, I can figure out how to get the confidence of the Christians... to get the Roman tablet. Please, please, please. Oh my god. Killing me here. Or steal a key or find a key separately from that.
Don't you just love springtime?
Yeah, man, it's spring every day. But yeah, I can get the tablets like 1 or 2 per loop, depending on how intensive they are. And then we can try to go for the Pluto audience ending. Please stay. You! Let the record show I'm not pushing any buttons as I land. Attempt some number greater than 10. Alright, cool. It's so short. There's more people I haven't met. I haven't even met Malleolus. I did it! I just mashed E as I fell by. It says show to Galerius. It does not say give. Is he in the field or is he somewhere else? Cabbages. Wheat. Fell off cliff. I'm gonna save. There's a couple of pointers in this place. Golden eggs. Golden eggs. Alright, so let's say, because I still have wine, what if I bribe the guard with wine? He might want the eggs more. I don't know.
Just as the oath, but it does say it. Then I thought I saw it, but when the rest of the I had to tell myself it was. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I will. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with the wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so there the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Others follow their trades. I hope I have done, and now we share a secret.
Okay. Galerius is not.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
So wait, I have another shot.
Oh, you're here. And there's something. What was that? Let's just forget that ever.
All right, I guess you're always going to get
Not
rejected.
for a few weeks now. I remember because they kept looking over there. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then the next. All right.
Citizen.
The only way out is caveat emptor. All right. Galerius, where are you, lad? I have in flour for you. Sir, sir, sir!
Salve! No. Brilliant! You did. This is going to make her so happy. What I really want to do is walk up to. But on the other hand, I can't. You mean, you see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. unchaste Vestals get buried alive. At the same time, she's just so... I don't know. I've told myself that 100 times. All right.
Malleolus isn't receiving... Yeah? Osinculio mio, just mate. Whoa, you let yourself...
Yeah, I figured I would finish the loop. Because I wanted...
Just make sure you get...
I think we should see the election and know what we're in.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and elected your magistrate. Thank you. I'm delighted and now I make this solemn promise to Woods and now I make this solemn promise to you citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And yes, no more shall you walk on eggshells. Yes. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden.
You're not supposed to be in here.
I know. Where do you keep your valuables?
Talk. My marital affairs are no concern of yours. I think a better question is, I have quite enough marriage trouble already. The dainty little thing from next door. Of course. Well, Domitius.
Well, Speech Man never speeched. I didn't find him. Ah.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want? My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else. You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more. Well, that's quite... I'm Malleolus. I'm glad you asked. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable. Wait, don't... Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real... You mean that book next to a golden statue? Surely, you're not one of those people who believes...
Okay.
What? I disagree.
All right, I see.
Of course not. But as I always say, if Sentius can't Look, if you're trying to find her, you may wish to check the... Of course, just to be clear... Look, if I had a Roman plaque in my possession, I'd be... Why would I... Don't talk nonsense. How could you possibly know that?
Oh, well, I found out what it is. I think this is... I don't think he knows this.
Nonsense! I don't know how you know about my plan. And now, I'm going to enjoy watching Dimitri. Now, get out of here!
Alright, well. Insulted both occupants of the home. Yeah, it's okay. I knew that the dialogue was pretty much over already, so it was just a matter of, like, you know, facilitating an exit. Alright. I don't know. Let's see. Are there any people I have not met yet? Citizen register. Have met Aurelia, Claudia, Decius, Domitius, Julius, Acritia, Fabia, Galerius, Georgius. Hannibal is gone. Horatius, Cabasius is gone. Julia, Livia, Malleolus, Octavia. Rufius, Sentia, Centilla, Sentius, Ulpius, Virgil. We have met everybody. Is there an internal time reference? I can understand why there wouldn't be. Wouldn't be one on the first day, but like it would be nice.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there, just like Diana's.
Yep, I'm just wearing it all the time. I guess it's a problem if I approach Sentius now, isn't it? Yeah, vote happens when dark. I mean, all these optionals. I could just say, you know, like, it's gonna be Malleolus, but it's probably not gonna do much. Oh, a lower entrance?
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you? Nobody's told you about Hannibal? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for... One day, a few weeks back, he comes... Said he could hear spirits wailing. Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, so I go down after him, and hunched over him was something that made a creature. What any sane person would have done. I legged it out. Well...
I still don't have a name for the guy in the dark.
Thank you.
Where does this go? No butterflies, not gonna bother. Alright, the arrows are signaling there will be more statues. Or more cause for arrows at the least. Monet! There's some bodies in the center. Send Dia Def. Okay. Maybe I can shoot the vines? We can try. No dice, which kind of makes sense because there's nothing that I could reach even if I did. These vines, on the other hand. Ah, from the lower cistern to the upper cistern. I think we're accomplishing quite a lot for 2 loops and not understanding things. Understanding part of things. Find a creative way into the upper cistern. I mean... This looks like I'm gonna die. Like, do you really expect me to make this jump? This is not a platforming game. Okay, well it just works. Oh, nope, nope, nope.
Centilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him. And Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him. I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy... I'm going to take that key from a rat. I'm done caring about the golden... There won't be enough time. There's no time. Wait. Did you hear that? Oh, thank you. Now follow... Wait. Did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
I mean, she's not here.
Do with Centilla.
Yeah.
Where is she? So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really, if you'd just done what you were supposed to.
Well?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one room to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you're a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules.
I never spoke to you in the second loop.
Never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the one? Not many. But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another useful idiot who comes along after you're dead. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you've discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after you're dust. Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. And as long as this day, I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely. To cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself? Do you really think you could take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's an exit.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name.
Yeah.
It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla. God, why does it... I've spent a life... This is... So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went... I guess you saved my life. Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct.
Whee! So we just go up? No. Okay. We go the other way. Oh. Meow. Return to the river!
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else is ever lured into this temple. You go on.
We're gonna meet Karen, and she's gonna say, "Yep, sorry, you didn't do it. I didn't get to keep the bow. Eh."
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al? Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I understand why Karen is here. Because the people are, like, they're dead, but they're in this, like, limbo state, so, like, they're not really dead. They're, like, right there at the edge. So she's trying to take them all, but she can't.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Charon, if you like. I do not enjoy deceiving people. That most people find comfort in familiarity. That you died, of course. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the... Usually, when people do not remember how they died, most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself, as you were falsely accused of a terrible crime, and fled into the wild to evade your accusers. On your final night, you were offered sanctuary in the cottage of a stranger who gave you food and money, including, by accident, a coin of ancient origin. Unfortunately, you were apprehended and attacked by authorities. Your host leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene. That man's name was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some. Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Rome. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person... That is a question you would... I am just his servant. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, there is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
Woo!
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing.
I can take it.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. You two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Reach ending 2 of 4. Is ending 1 I become gold? Oh, I can't skip this. There we go. I mean, it requires you to solve all the puzzles, not some of them. So, yeah. Cool. I forgot to do this. I think the White Hallway was early, though. Turning dude to, like, just go back to Sentius and be like, you. I guess that is a... Right, that causes the paradox, right? Just kill the guy. Which is why he doesn't want you to have weapons. So, yeah? Alright, well, we will... Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't require Scintilla to have told us anything. Or take any specific action. But I get out and everybody dies. That's okay. We're gonna do the true thing, and then I'll have time to do the other ones on my own. Or if they're short, if they're easily attainable from where we are, which like this sounds like it would be, then maybe we just do stuff just for the heck, right? For the heck of it. So yeah, well, I guess late start, so not necessarily long, but late. So we'll stop it there. We'll come back for the rest of it later. And then, yeah, we'll see how long it takes. I didn't actually see it. I don't know. We'll see if we end up in a position where we actually get to the end of the day with the vote again. But yeah. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.